What's going on, everybody? Hype Man Joe is here today in Knoxville, Tennessee. We just got an amazing event at Grid Life, so now my adventures have brought me here to the Milltek Corporation. I'm sitting here hanging out with Frankie from Milltek. What's going on, man? Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming, of course.
Really appreciate it. So, Frankie, Milltek.
Yes.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so Milltek, a lot of people know us for the exhaust manufacturer. We've been around now for 41 years.
Wow.
So it all started with a man named Phil Millington in the UK. He started making exhausts, and it's been going ever since.
Okay.
We've been working with dealers like Grocery Getter, many others in the US for a long time, but we never had a physical presence here.
Interesting.
So a little over 2 years ago, we decided to bring everything out this way, get this facility that you guys will probably show off, and be able to better help our dealers out this way by having stock on the ground, having somebody that's in their same time zone that they can talk to really just help service our customers even better.
And obviously making a very big decision like that for moving different countries. How did you mentally prepare for some of the, the setbacks that may happen with that, right? The things that may not be accounted for. How did you mentally push past that? Get to where you are right now?
Yeah, a lot of that was just having a good support team come over. So our GM, Britt, I don't know if you probably met her already so far. She's actually from the UK.
Okay.
She decided to pick up and move and come out here to start this operation. So she's kind of the big backbone to do that. And then just by building our team so far that we have, we're small, but we're still growing. But just being able to build that backbone to help the company grow. So mentally, it's just more of buying in for, it's going to be, a little difficult sometimes, but it's getting people who are wanting to buy in and that can see the vision of what we're trying to do here.
Right.
So a lot of that's just, coming in every day, knowing that it's going to be a little busy. It's going to be hard sometimes, but at the end, we're enthusiasts. We love doing what we do, and we love working in this industry.
And I really love the drive that you have, right? Because it always starts with passion. Like for me, my own business, Grocery Getter Performance, we work with you guys, right? You have the list written down. You have exactly what you want to do, but it takes a leader to execute that and also get other people to follow along on that same time, which can be hard, right?
Yeah, very.
So like how were you able to pretty much, from your own personal self, have people rally beside you?
Yeah, a lot of that is just making the work environment somewhere that you want to be in. Obviously somebody's not going to want to come to work when it's just, not like it's always just down all the time.
Right.
So food being high, being able to have fun while you're also being able to work at the same time.
Right.
And a lot of that, like I said, is just going through hiring, is finding a good core that is going to be willing to grow with you.
Wow.
We're not really looking for people that are just wanting like a 9 to 5, show up, get done. You want somebody that's kind of invested in what you're doing. And then also being willing to, hey, go out, let's go do a show, let's go do a Volts Fair, let's go do a Grid Life, let's do a J-Zilla event if we want it that way. So it's just getting people to come out and do that. So that's really what we're looking for when we're hiring, when we're finding a team that we're wanting to grow and what we're wanting to build here.
But let's go ahead and talk about the exhaust.
Yeah.
So what sets you apart from the competitor?
Yeah, so a big thing that really sets us apart, that a lot of people say that their exhaust is made in-house or made by them, or it's assembled by here in the US or whatever, but all of our exhausts are made in the UK and made at our facility.
Wow.
So we go to the extra step of even 20 years ago, we built our own muffler machine. So we even build and create our own mufflers. So the muffler that you see on the launcher out there, it wasn't something that was made somewhere else and then just flown in and we just kind of welded some bits to it. Everything is packed, welded, assembled all there in the UK.
Wow.
We get our tube that we use is from the UK, and we actually even got a machine that tests the quality of our tube. So if it doesn't meet our standards, then we won't use that to make our exhaust.
Right.
So we got welders, TIG welders, MIG welders, full-time guys on staff that are doing that every day. And then we've taken it to the next level. What sets us apart is we made an advanced manufacturing facility in 2020. So with the downtime of COVID, we decided let's invest into the company in the UK and let's start, working on getting even more, better products to be able to put out there. So we have 5-way axis robotic laser arms. We have electric benders. We have a really nice electric press brake as well. And then we also were able to purchase from Red Bull Formula One their old 3D scanner. So we actually have Formula One technology that we're using to exhaust scan cars that is going into the manufacturing side of things. So
go Red Bull, go Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
We really appreciate what you're doing out there.
Yeah.
That is amazing. So you really put all the stops out to invest in.
Correct. Yeah, and it's truly all handmade and assembled there, even down to the flanges that you see on the system.
Yeah.
We cut our own flanges.
Wow.
We have everything, plasma cutters that do all that.
Yeah.
So it's really just we're trying to basically control every aspect of that.
And I heard it. It sounds amazing. It sounds great. So like what? It must be a great feeling to put the passion to the plate.
Yes.
And you're ready for dinner. You eat what's coming off the plate, right?
Yeah.
And then you're able to hear it. You're able to see it, man. That's gotta be amazing.
Yeah, and it's great, and especially here now that we've started doing R&D and engineering out here as well. We've met Alex, part of our team. We hired him, so now that when we have cars like this that they don't end up to get in the UK, we can bring them here. He designed all that in-house.
Yeah.
He did all that here. So it's kind of cool getting to hear, something start from stock, and then hearing them turn it on, and then over here doing test drives, rather than, it's being designed in the UK, we may get a system to try out and get to hear it. It's kind of cool to hear it from start to finish on these cars like we've been able to do here.
It's very rare to have a company with so much hands-on visibility. Right? There's always so moving parts, and that means that the quality suffers.
Yeah.
But it sounds to you that you really care about the quality of your product so that when it gets to the customer's cars, they could have that smiles per gallon.
Oh yeah. And that's what we want to do. And that's the big thing we're doing here as well that kind of sets us apart and being able to be so hands-on is if a customer has an issue, they're going to happen, and nobody's perfect. It's going to happen. It's a willingness of us to be able to handle that and take care of them.
Yeah.
And being able for them not to have to wait an extra day or an extra few hours because they're waiting on time zones from the UK, that they can call us, we can help them out, we can get it going.
Yeah.
And be able to take care of the customers better. So another big reason why we moved out here. But we just want to be a manufacturer and also a distributor for other products that people can come in and see, hey, this is what they are, this is what they're doing.
Right.
It's not like, oh, we don't want you to see, we're a little like, no, just come on, hang out with us.
Yeah.
We want people to be able just to almost be just friends with them and be able, hey, we're all enthusiasts, let's enjoy it.
Nice. And then, so I guess the last question I have is the future.
Yeah.
What does that look like? We're talking about every single car having your exhaust.
Yeah, and that's the goal. We've been growing our domestic line, so that's been a big one that we've been doing. We've also been growing a lot into like Honda, Hyundai, now Toyota. We're trying to grow that brand.
I saw the GR Corolla.
Yeah, GR Corolla. So we're trying to grow that brand and that side of our business as well.
Yeah.
As long as ultimate future at some point, we want to start manufacturing out here. Because right now we're still getting all of our product from the UK, so there still could be a lead time if it's out.
Yeah.
However, in the future, in a few years, if we can start manufacturing out here, that would be great. Because then that would even cut down times dramatically as well for customers to be able to get their parts. So ultimate goal is just, get more and more cars out on the road with Milltek products on it.
I mean, sitting here, listening to you, I can just feel the passion and it's just washing me over with emotion. And I'm a firm believer is the hard work that you put in, the hard work is going to get out, right? You work behind the scenes, and then people are going to be out there and they're going to evangelize what you're doing. So I am completely passionate about that. Let's see if we can get something on the Veloster end. We'd love to do that, because that's the car that I drive.
For sure.
Any other things that you want to say before we end this interview today?
Not that I can really think of, just I want to keep growing this out here as much as we can, and with dealers like yourself, we're obviously invested as well.
Yeah.
It's great to work with and just great to be able to form these relationships. So I want people, if they see us out at shows, whether it's all the way out west, out east, stop by, say hello. We don't want to be somebody that's just, we're a little afraid to, it's Milltek, we don't want to go say hi, or they're a big manufacturer. No, come stop by, say hello. We want to build those relationships. I feel like that's what really helps so much on this side of the business, is just building those relationships and growing it out.
Relationships buildings change the world.
That's right.
That's what it does. Man, Frankie, it was awesome talking to you.
Of course.
Thanks for having me here.
Of course, yeah. Can't wait for you guys to be able to roam around a little bit more and see what we got going on.
Awesome.